Got some welcoming news for Android users. So, you all know that age old debate for social media, at least when it comes to content creators and what looks best on social media. I'm talking about clarity, I'm talking about colors, I'm talking about just real, true to life images and video. Well, it looks like Android has got some tricks up their sleeve because that age old debate I was talking about, iPhone versus Android, and uploading that content to social media. Typically, and look, y'all know I'm not the biggest iPhone person, but I do have to admit, I do think it does look slightly. It's close because I've uploaded some videos where I'm like, holy crap, that looks really freaking good from my S26 Ultra to social media. But iPhone, if you ask the average content creator, look, most of them use freaking iPhones, right? But that's for a reason. It's because Apple has worked behind the scenes. They have one product that uploads to social media, unlike Android, where you have a number of different devices and operating systems that upload to social media. That's why iPhone kind of has an edge on uploading to social media. Let's be honest, right? Apple's worked behind the scenes with Meta for Instagram, for Facebook, for WhatsApp. Apple's worked behind the scenes with TikTok, right? With X and Twitter and all of these other social media accounts, platforms. And that's why it just looks a little more crisp. The detail looks a little more better. The colors look just a little more real to life. Well, Android has been working on something and they have finally unveiled this new blog post that they put on their website. So, more ways to create and share with Android. Check this out. It says, we're rolling out new features for creators. And look, this is not just for content creators, this is for everyone. Like, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, even if you don't have a big Instagram page, but maybe you have friends and family that follow your Instagram account, right? This applies to you too. So, it doesn't just apply to me and other content creators. This applies to everyone, although you're going to see in this article, they're going to say content creators a lot. But let's face it, there's not a special version of the S26 Ultra that they're going to send out to all content creators that's just for social media. No, this is going to be for everyone. So don't get it twisted and be like, oh, it's just for content creators. No, it's for you too. If you have an Android phone, on Android 17, and you upload content, pictures, videos to social media, it's going to look way better. This day, I've been waiting on this day for essentially ever. Well, not ever, but probably for the last 10 years since social media and technology has really taken off. Android has always been a step behind when it comes to iPhone and uploading content to social media, but Google and Android developers are hard at work and they finally have something that they are going to introduce to us Android users. So it says we're rolling out new features for creators, quote unquote, everybody on Android 17, including an optimized Instagram experience, advanced editing tools, and Adobe Premiere, which was just for iOS, I guess you could say. So let's take a look at this real quick. Now, on first thought, when I watched this, I was like, is this gonna I was thinking is this gonna be pixel only? Like, are they gonna be assholes and just say it's Android 17, so it gets everybody's attention, gets everybody excited, it pulls everybody's attention in, and then they say, but it's only Android 17 on Pixel. That's what I thought right out the gate. I was like, wait a second, is this just for Pixel? I'm glad to announce, after doing some research, no, this is going to be look, maybe not every single Android device running Android 17, but at least flagships on Android 17, I think is where you're going to see this new social media, this new implementation of better content, better quality content being uploaded. So it's not just Pixel specific, thank God. You're damn right. Thanks to my Android. I love the sound of that. So many people don't know, and I've made a few videos on this. The Pixel actually has, if you go into the camera app, you open the camera settings, there's actually deep down within the settings, there's 2, maybe 3 options that you need to enable that makes social media posting much better as far as the content, the quality. There's a couple of settings in there that are turned off by default that you actually have to enable. It gives you better content quality when you upload it to social media. Maybe I'll link it underneath this in the description so you can see what I'm talking about. But this is a long time coming. So they're not only going to give better quality content, pictures and videos, they're also going to give you better tools, content creator tools. You saw where they did that overlay where you can, everybody's seen those TikTok videos where you have, it's like a green screen kind of, where you have a image or video behind you, but it has you sitting in front of it talking about it like she did. Well, typically you'd have to go to CapCut, right? Or your favorite film editing application to do that. Or TikTok can do it in the app, but they're going to put the most used, a few editing tools within the phone. So that's going to be preloaded into the edit button when you go to a video, or they might put out a specific application for creating these. Maybe it's going to be called a creators app. Whatever it is, they have something up their sleeve. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Enjoy more vibrant Instagram experience. React, that's what it's called, with screen reactions. They're going to have that built in. So it says, we're making it easy to create reaction videos without the hassle of switching apps or setting up a green screen. With screen reactions in just a few taps, you can record yourself and your screen at the same time, letting you overlay your authentic response directly to trending clips while comment sections or your latest gift guide. You'll see this feature roll out first on Pixel devices this summer. Of course. So I think they're going to roll this out. They're going to have this big unveiling for this specifically, this feature specifically, but this whole new content creator thing with social media. They're going to roll it out this is going to be introduced with the Google Pixel 11 series in August. And then I think you'll see it does say later down at the bottom, all other Android devices as well. So I think it'll launch first on Pixel devices, which I guess it should. But you're going to soon see it on the S26 Ultra. I'm expecting you'll see it at some point on a Motorola Razr Fold or a OnePlus 15 at some point, probably towards the end of the year. I know it seems like this could not come fast enough, meaning like I wish we had it right now. But look, all good things come to those who wait, and I think this is going to be a fantastic feature. Look at what else that they have up their sleeve for us. So Ultra HDR capture and playback. So lifelike vibrancy with colors that truly pop. This is like boost video mode on the Pixel, that you can do video night mode now, built-in video stabilization. So this is going to be really, really cool. universal video quality model. In fact, recent side-by-side tests using this new universal video quality model confirms that video captured and uploaded to Instagram from Android flagship devices scores the same or better than the leading competitor. So this new implementation of Android really working with these social media companies behind the scenes, and it comes down to bit rate. It comes down to a number of things that they've been working on behind the scenes with these social media apps that's going to get it on iPhone level or better, it says, on internal testing that they've been doing on this. So they've been comparing the flagships. I'm sure they've had the latest Pixel, the Samsung, a couple other devices, uploading the same content as well as an iPhone, and then they upload it to social media, and then, they compare which one, blind testing and all that stuff. So I cannot wait. So you're going to be able to refine faster with Edits app. We're also bringing new tools to Instagram's Edits app. So they're going to bring customized tools inside the Instagram application as well. So these features turn raw footage into polished content in seconds using on-device AI. You're going to have Smart Enhance with a single tap. You can instantly upscale your photos and videos with advanced on-device AI. Sound separation. If you've ever struggled through multiple retakes because something or someone interrupted your video, the Edits app will now identify and separate out audio tracks, wind, noise, music, and boost the sounds that you want and remove the ones that you don't. So this is going to be cool. It looks like there's going to be a built-in editor. That is cool. Is that in the Photos application, or that might be in the Instagram application? Oh, in the Edits app. Duh. That's the Instagram app that you can edit. It's like CapCut, but specifically for Instagram. Maximize your creativity and optimize pro-grade video. Android is becoming a true mobile workstation for YouTubers, filmmakers, and vloggers. For creators who prefer a large canvas to fine-tune their work, Instagram is now fully optimized for Android tablets, making the most of large screen real estate. Adobe Premiere is coming to Android soon. I know this has been iPhone and or iOS only specific, but I'm glad to see them bringing it to Android. Built specifically for professional creators, APV is the most storage-efficient Pro format available. Code developed by Samsung, powered dedicated hardware, accelerated on the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. It's available now on Samsung S26 Ultra and Vivo X300 Ultra, with more flagships rolling out later this year. That is good to see and good to hear. Stay tuned to the eSIM Studios. We will cover all this for you and more in the future. Peace. All right, well, if you are interested in the Z Fold 8, that new Samsung foldable, that new wide body, just launched by Samsung this past week, but you don't know where to start. Maybe you're interested, maybe you just want to kind of see what deals are out there. Well, you've come to the right place. We're going to break down probably the more likely places you will be able to get one of these. We're going to look at the carrier deals, Best Buy, and see kind of what you get with this, if there's any trade-ins, discounts that might be possible, any discounts at all. Well, you can tell right off the bat. We'll start off at Best Buy. You can see there is a trade-in offer for the new Z Fold 8 256 unlocked for $18.99. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So, let's see what this trade-in deal offers. So, right off of the bat, it says, and I don't know why this browser wants to mess my video up. If you love to get lost in your entertainment, get a Z Fold 8. So, it says you can get it at Best Buy in the 256, the 512, or the 1 terabyte. Now, storage-wise, the 256 and the 512, and now this doesn't matter where you buy it. This is universal storage options. 256 and 512 come with 12 gigs of RAM. The 1 terabyte model comes with 16 gigs of RAM. So if you're a content creator, you might want to get the 1 terabyte model. You get way more RAM. So that is a nice deal. So let's see. The base model 256, you can get it unlocked. Well, all of these storage variants, you can get it unlocked. You can get it from AT&T. I'm sorry, 256 you can get unlocked AT&T or Verizon. Then this is from Best Buy. The 512, you can get it unlocked or just from Verizon. In the 1 terabyte model, I'm assuming is just the unlocked model from Samsung. That's because Verizon and or AT&T don't carry certain storage variants, but they all carry the 256 gig. So trade-in deals, let's see, you can pick it up. It comes out August the 7th. I'm not going to go through trade-in deals too much, but let's just see. I think they give you up to $1,200 back. That's when you trade in last year's flagship. So if you trade in your Z Fold 7 for this new Z Fold 8, the wide, they're going to give you $1,200 off. And that essentially comes out to having to pay $700 on top of trading in your Z Fold 7 to get the Z Fold 8. Now, that's without insurance. So if you're looking at insurance and here in Texas, that'd be 700 times 1.0825%. So it comes out to $757 with tax plus your last year's Z Fold 7. Is it worth it? I have no clue. That is up to you. So that's Best Buy. It looks like they have the cream color in stock. They have in 256 and 512. They have the black one in all storage variants, and they have the lavender in 256 and 512. So only the 1 terabyte model at Best Buy is in black. Maybe that's universal. We're about to find out. Let's go to AT&T. So AT&T, you can pre-order the Z Fold 8 as little as $0 down. So they are giving you the new Z Fold 8 for $0, save with eligible trade-in and qualifying unlimited plan. Required trade-in of $290 or more, savings via bill credits, speed restrictions, and other terms apply. All monthly pricing required 0% APR, 36-month installment agreement, $0 down for well-qualified customers. Tax is due. So see offer details. Let's see here. To get the most back, you're going to have to trade in devices that are pretty universal for a lot of these carriers. It says eligibility: new and existing customers activating a new line or upgrading an existing line, up to $1,900 off activation. Let's see. Trade-in eligible smartphone with minimum trade-in value of $290 or more. Any condition does not apply to this credit, so it has to be in good condition. Now, up to $1,000 off for the Z Flip 8, Z Fold 8, and Z Fold 8 Ultra. Okay, eligible trade-in devices: iPhone. To qualify for the $1,000 trade-in credit, here are the devices that you will need to trade in. And it looks like most of the Galaxy devices dating back to the S22 and the Z Fold 3. So if you trade in an S22 series Samsung or a Fold 3 up to the last year's flagship Fold 7 series, that will get you $1,000 off. Decent deal. Not too bad. A lot of these are all the same, but you just got to go through the fine details, right? So let's go to Verizon. With Verizon, they have Z Fold 8 pre-order, get up to $900 off, select trade-ins. And this is all going to depend on, here, look here. Online exclusive. New Verizon customers can get $200 off each new smartphone. This is all going to depend on your plan, your rate, how much you want to pay, your current devices. Verizon, AT&T, a lot of them they will switch you. They will help you switch to them.
Yeah. Woo.
I just need my space right now.
Fresh off the G5 jet, I'm on my way to a brand new kit.